And Denver getting set to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Passing play, Flacco. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
He completes this to Sutton. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
20. 58, right there. All day, baby, all day. Monday, that's right. 58's the money. 58's the money. Watch the backer. Go. 58's the money.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 23.
58's the money. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Let's get it together, defense. Hey, Monday. 58's the Mike, 58. 58's the Mike. Arnie. Hey, wahoo. 58's the Mike. Well, 58's the Mike. You can't block me. You can't.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Situation, let's go. 29 is the mic. Mike 29. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Now Trubisky to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Interception, baby, all day.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Watch the run, watch the run. 36. Regular.
Here's a give to Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Buying time to his left. Caught on the slant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Record. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Check pass, check pass.
Trubisky will throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Hey, I got it. That's me. Hey, check.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Oh, he shifts past him. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Yes, lock it in. It's yellow. Come on, boy. 5-0. Don't be scared of it. Hey, Echo. Wrong.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Monday. That's what.
Here's Flacco. And this will be incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky completes it to the tight end, Burton. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it...
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Flacco fighting him off. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. A try here for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 27, Broncos 24.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Flacco right back to work after the pick six. And some room to roam now. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing on second down. Flacco dancing to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hamilton. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On third down, here's Lindsey. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Watch twitch. Let's go, hurry up. 3 wide, 3 wide.
They'll run with Lindsey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now it's Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsey. His third touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Sit down. 180. Check back 21. Watch the run. Watch the run. Move.
On first down, Trubisky. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Here we go.
Throwing on second and long. Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Another run by Lindsey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
A 54-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Trubisky to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Cohen. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Lock in. Check back 21. Check back 21. You ain't got nothing.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 21.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey, able to avoid him. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Broncos, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Chain 19! Check 52 to I got you, punk.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Taken down, losing yardage back at the 27. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now it's Tate. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
18 Gator. Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing, Jones. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To throw, it's Allen. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To the air, Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 9-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now Jones eluding the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on second down, Jones. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Giants. First down.
Come on, set.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. to throw. Jones. Coleman has it here right side. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Jones to throw on third down. And Ingram holds it in. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Here's Gallman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Gallman will run it. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play, had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Under 10, under 10, 10. We go.
And that'll set them back 5.
Check. Ready? Rep. We go. Check. 93's the mic.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to Brown, right side. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Oh, always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They stop him after a gain of only 4, and that brings up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
On the toss, there goes Golden. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Bravo. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Yeah. You don't want none.
Now Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hey, Delta. Now.
2nd and 1. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Push him back.
Jones. A final shot before break. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go, set, 50, plant. 58, right there. X3, 218, chopper. Come get some, come on here, come get some. Ready?
Second half begins with a run by Smith. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Gallman. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this is going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Allen hit, he lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Over the middle here to Brown. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit. Get it.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
And the Bills first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cut. Check. Hey, tight.
Allen now looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zane Jones that time. And now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
70, Indy. Watch the screen. Hey, Charlie. 58 to Mike. Shoot.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jones operating from the gun. And Tate's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Man open left side is Brown. John Brown. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Jones now throwing on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Allen hands off to McCoy. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now McCoy. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 15 lining. 15 lining. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey. Hey. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for McCoy. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Strip that ball.
Throwing Jones. Being chased out left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jones. A short throw to Ingram. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Back to throw. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Bills, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.